Okay, so this video is just like me explaining how to create a basic argyle vest on Paint.net. I don't really design on Paint.net, so I'm not really like that good, but hopefully this helps since I know a lot of people use Paint.net. That's pretty much it. So in this video, I'm gonna try to design this and explain how I make it. You're gonna go on Paint.net and create a new like thing or whatever. And then what I usually do is I select the color picker tool and I just like click on like the color that I want like the top to be if I want to make it similar. And once you have like the color that's like the same as the pictures, then you can use the line tool and just like change the size. So I changed the size to like 1 because I want it to be like a bit thin. That's what I usually do. This is just based off preferences. Then I just kind of like curve it and like I make a straight line and I just try to imitate like the vest, I guess. So once you create like a straight line, you can copy it. This is what I usually do. I select it and I copy it and create a new layer. So just like move it so I can like create like those lines, I guess. Then I merge it down. Then once you do that, you're gonna create like the neck hole and just try to create like a similar shape. This is just based off preferences, so like, I usually do this. And you kind of just want to curve it and just try to make it similar. And I select it next and I create a new layer like I did for the other one. And just like move it down and just try to like create like a space between it. And then once you do that, you can just merge the layers down. And you're gonna create the bottom of it so it's like more like knit texture, I guess. So you're gonna want to create more space for that. I don't really know how to explain it, so I don't know. So once you create like a thick line, you're gonna use the line tool again, and you're just gonna create these 2 straight lines like that. Just try to do what I do. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And you're gonna select part of this, and I select like the M key on the keyboard and I just drag it so it's like that, and then I use the same thing and I drag it upward. And then you're gonna create the neck hole, so you can use the line tool again and just create like half a circle. It doesn't really have to be perfect, but I just try to do something like that. And then I select it and I create a new layer so I can copy and paste it, and I just like adjust the size so it's like even. And then I just kind of do that, and then once you finish, so it's like that, you're gonna select half of it, and once you select it, you're gonna copy and paste it, so you just drag it over like that and make sure it's like in between like the borders so it's even, if you know what I mean. I don't really know. So now you have the torso finished, and once you do that, you're gonna select the torso and you're gonna copy and paste it and you're gonna move it to the back, and you're just gonna try to align it with like the lines to the side, and then you're gonna select the neck hole at the back and delete it because you don't really need that. So now you've created the outline of the vest, and next you're gonna just select the bottom part and you're gonna start filling like the little spaces I made. I don't know what to call them, but I use like the paintbrush tool and I just fill it in. Just make sure like this is all a separate layer, like a layer under all like the outline and stuff, so it doesn't interfere with the rest of the design. So I resize my brush and we're gonna start to fill out like the spaces here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but you're gonna start doing that, and then you can just select it and just stretch it upward. That's what I do. And then you're gonna do the same thing for the other sides and just fill it in like that. I don't know if other people do this. I usually do this, I guess. So if you don't really do it and you use Paint.net to design, just ignore what I'm doing. Now I fill in like the neck hole This is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna like speed it up. So once you do that, you're gonna select half of the template and then just stretch it over to like the other half. And once you do that, you're gonna select the torso and you're gonna copy and paste it to the back so it just aligns with like the outline of the back. Then for this part, you're just gonna want to erase it, like the neck hole at the back, because it's not necessary. Once you do that, I select the magic wand tool and I begin selecting like all the parts I filled in on the same layer. Then you're gonna go and create another layer and you're gonna select the fill bucket tool or whatever, and you're gonna select like the vertical lines and create a new layer and just like fill in like the ones that you selected. I don't know if that made sense, but hopefully it did. So once you do that, you're gonna like double click the layer that you filled everything in and just change the opacity so it just like blends in more. And you create this kind of like knit texture, I guess, that's like similar to the reference pic. Next, I like erase like this part where I filled in like the lines, because it's not really like noticeable, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But I do the same thing as I did. I go to the layer where I filled everything in and I select it with the magic wand tool. And once you do that, you're gonna do the same thing and just like fill it in. But this time, you're gonna change it, like the fill, and just do like the horizontal lines, I guess. And I just erase this part. And I double click the layer and I change the opacity. And once it's like blended in, I just like merge it down. And once you merge it, I usually select like the torso. And you select it, copy and paste it to the back again, like so you can align it. So I just delete the neck hole, and now you're gonna add the pattern, like the argyle pattern. You're gonna create a separate layer, and under this layer you can name it like argyle or whatever you want, just to keep track of it. If you have trouble finding like a pattern similar to it, I have a Pinterest that you can use, and I have like an argyle Pinterest board. And you can just like look at the argyle patterns you like there. So I'm gonna pick one that's like similar to the one, like the reference picture. So I'm gonna copy and paste it, and I'm just gonna resize it to like the template. Now I resize it. Usually I make my like the patterns aligned so it's not uneven, but this is just like a quick basic tutorial, so I won't really go into depth with that. But you just resize it, and I usually just like select half of the, like, I don't know what it's called, the torso, and I copy and paste it, and then I just like adjust it to the other side like that. Next, I just select the torso at the front and I want to move it to the back. Next, you're gonna begin erasing it. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory, just like erasing like the prints that are just like not needed. You just select the eraser tool and resize the brush to like however like big you want it to be, and just begin erasing. So I'm just gonna speed this part up because it's like self-explanatory. Next, to create some sort of texture, I guess, if you want to like add texture, in my Discord server I have an essentials channel and I posted some like textures I use. So I'm just gonna go to my server and check the pinned messages, and I use like this knit texture, I guess. I usually use this for like sweaters and stuff, but you're gonna create a new layer. I did this wrong, but you're gonna create a new layer on top of the pattern, and you're just gonna change the opacity so it blends in a little more. And once you do that, you can just erase it. This is totally optional though, you don't really have to do this. I like to do it because I just like the texture. Now, if you want to create the undershirt, like the white undershirt, just make a new layer, like under all the layers, and just select like a big part of it based on how cropped you want it to be. Then you can fill in with like whatever color you want it to be. So I'm just gonna fill in mine with white. So if you want to add texture, you can use the same knit texture I used before and create a new layer and just change the opacity so it blends in more like the white box and stuff. I don't know. And you can just like erase it. Then when you do that, you're gonna just start to create the sleeves. So merge the texture down to like the white part. Once you do that, just select it and you're gonna copy and paste it. This part I just did wrong, so ignore that. I didn't merge it, but you're gonna want to merge it. Like I didn't. And you just like align it and just start copying and pasting it. So you're gonna create a sleeve, and I guess like it depends on your preference how like short or long you want it to be. I usually make mine like a little short but kind of long, I guess. I don't know. But all you just do is just copy and paste it and make sure it's like aligned. Now you're gonna transfer this part to the other side so it's like even. I usually just do this, just like select it and copy and paste it and just drag it to the other side and make sure it's just like fits in the border, and so it's just like even. Now you're just basically finished with it, and you can always like merge all the layers down and delete the skin template after. But if you want, I uploaded the template of the vest, like the outline of it, in my Discord server under the Essentials channel, so if you want, you can join. So I put it on the showcase and it should look like this. Hopefully it helps you if you're interested in creating like argyle vest. If you have any questions about it, you can let me know in the comments or contact me through my Discord server and I'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching the video, and that's it.